Number 59. Which of the following statements are false? So looking at the first one, the limit as x approaches pi over 2 for tangent x. Is that true or false? It might be helpful to go back to the unit circle. Here we have 0 degrees, 90, 180, 270, and 0 is also 360. Pi is 180, pi over 2 is 90, 3 pi over 2 is 270. The coordinates for this point would be 1 comma 0. For this one it's 0 comma 1. Here negative 1 comma 0 and 0 negative 1. Now tangent pi over 2 is basically sine pi over 2 over cosine pi over 2. Sine pi over 2 or sine 90, that's going to give you the y coordinate, that's 1. Cosine 90 is 0, so it's undefined. Now, as x approaches pi over 2, let's say from the left side, what happens to tangent? Whenever you get a 0 on the bottom, as you approach 0, this will approach infinity, either positive or negative for the one-sided limits. Now we want to approach 90 degrees from the left. So that means we're approaching in quadrant 1. In quadrant 1, x and y are positive. So what that means is this is going to go to positive infinity. In your calculator, first you want to make sure your calculator is in, let's put it in degree mode. If you were to type in tangent 89.9, just under 90, this is in degrees, you would get 572.957, which is basically positive infinity. Now the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the right side for tangent x, so in this case we're in quadrant 2 and we want to go towards 90 degrees. In quadrant 2, x is negative, y is positive. So the sine part will be positive, but the cosine part is negative. This is going to go to negative infinity. And you could confirm that if you were to type in tangent 90.1 degrees, a number close to 90 but slightly above, you would get, instead of positive 572.957, you'll get negative 572.957, which means that it goes to negative infinity. So because the signs change across 90 degrees, the one-sided limits will not match. One is positive infinity, the other is negative infinity. So therefore, the limit doesn't exist because these two, they don't match. So that means that statement 1 is a true statement. As x approaches pi over 2, the limit for tangent of x does not exist. Now what about statement 2? The limit as x approaches 0 for cosecant x. Now this is 0 from the left, and cosecant is 1 over sine. Sine 0 is 0. So the fact that we're going to get 0 on the bottom means that it's either going to be positive or negative infinity. So here's 0 degrees. Here's 90. Here's 270. As we approach 0 degrees from, this will be the right side because we're starting from a number above 0. X sine is positive over here. Y is positive. So if we were to approach it from the right, this would be positive infinity. But if we were to approach 0 degrees from the left, that is below 0 but going towards it, y is negative, so sine is going to be negative, which means this will be negative infinity. And if you were to plug in 1 over sine 0.01, I mean 1 over sine negative 0.01, you would get a large negative number. So for instance, if you were to plug in 1 over sine negative 0.01, this would give you negative 5,729.6, rounded to nearest tenth. So that's basically negative infinity. So that means that statement 2 is a true statement. As x approaches 0 from the left, cosecant goes to negative infinity. And keep in mind, cosecant is 1 over sine. Secant is 1 over cosine. Now for the third one, the limit as x approaches 0 for ln x. For this one, it's helpful to have a graph, but of course you can plug in numbers as well. For the graph ln x, or y equals ln x, there's a vertical asymptote at x equals 0. ln 1 is 0, so the x-intercept is going to be at 1. The graph is going to follow the vertical asymptote and then increase at a decrease in rate. So that's the general graph of ln x. So as we were to approach 0 from the right side for ln x, so 0 is basically, when x is 0, you're basically at the y-axis. As we were to follow this curve, notice that it goes down to negative infinity. If you were to plug in ln of a number above 0 but close to 0, you would get a negative number. This is negative 9.2. And the closer you get to 0, the more negative it will be. Eventually it will go to negative infinity. Might take a long time to get there, but it will get there. Now, as we approach the limit as x approaches 0 from the left side, notice that there's nothing on the left side. The domain for natural log is 0 to infinity. So because this is not part of the domain for ln x, the left-sided limit doesn't exist. And since these two are not the same, the general limit as x approaches 0 for ln x does not exist. So that means that all three statements are true. So D is the correct answer.